Greetings to all. I, Komal, History faculty, welcome you all to the official YouTube channel of our school, that is SRN International School. Don't see others doing better than you, beat your own records every day. Because success is a fight between you and yourself. With this amazing quote of great leader Sir Chandrasekhar Azad, I introduce you all with today's topic, that is Mahatma Gandhi and the nationalist movement. In this video, we are going to study the introduction of the chapter, how Gandhi struggled in South Africa, also how he started his journey in India. So, without wasting further time, let's get started. In the very introduction, it is said that the history of nationalism has seen that one individual is recognized with the making of the nation. We all know that there is always one leader in every country who always greased the struggle movements with his or her techniques. These struggles were not always fought for the freedom only, but the reasons could be human rights, autonomy, or for better living conditions. The quote which we hear, that is one man army, proves true in such leaders' cases. Their revolutionized ideology made a revolution across the world. That person or that leader, they surely ignited the feeling of unity and fraternity among the masses, and these feelings of being united fueled the revolution of independence in many countries. Now we'll be seeing such countries. First country is Italy. The leader's name is Garibaldi, who contributed immensely in the unification of masses' mind. Or we can say he contributed in uniting the ideology of Italians. Also, he almost single-handedly united northern and southern Italy. He led a volunteer army of guerrilla soldiers to capture Lombardy from Piedmont. Second such country is United States of America, and the leader's name was George Washington. We can say that he was one of the most popular president of the United States. Also, he was known for leading the Continental Army in victory over British in American Revolution. He was also the first president of the United States and helped to define what the role of the president would be going forward. Not only about the struggle, but he guided people for brotherhood also. So, let's see another country. Third country is Vietnam. The leader's name is Ho Chi Minh. He successfully suppressed colonial rule of Britain with the help of masses. Ho Chi Minh led a long and ultimately successful campaign to make Vietnam independent. He was the president of North Vietnam from 1945 to 1969, and he was one of the most influential communist leaders of the 20th century. His seminal role is reflected in the fact that Vietnam's largest city is named after him. So we can see that one man army made a country free. For India, Gandhiji was such a leader. Before leading the Indian freedom movement, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, he used to live in the South Africa, and he there fought against injustice and class division. Within 10 years of span, Gandhiji propagated the philosophy of satyagrah, non-violence there also, and he propelled the country towards a no class or ethnic discrimination society. Gandhiji arrived in Durban aboard SS Safari in 1893, and in no time Gandhiji became the leader of the South African Indian community. His involvement in the non-violent movement in South Africa had made such an impact that even now he is looked up as the leader. From 1893 to 1940, Gandhi worked as an attorney and a public worker. In a meeting in New Delhi, Gandhiji said that he was born in India but he was made in South Africa. We will see few achievements of Gandhiji in South Africa. First of all, he was able to form Natal Indian Congress in South Africa. Also, he compelled British to repeal Black Act, in which he was successful. He was able to construct Phoenix Farm or Tolstoy Ashram. Also, he was able to repeal Non-Christian Marriages Act of 1913 in South Africa. As we have seen, Gandhiji said that South Africa made him. There was another leader known as Chandran Devanesan. He also mentioned that the South Africa made Gandhiji the Mahatma, the true leader. Now we'll look upon the introduction of Mahatma Gandhi in India. Gopal Krishna Gokhale sir, who was the founder of the Servant Society of India, he paid visit to Gandhi in 1912 in South Africa. Gopal Krishna Gokhale ji, who was better known as political guru of Gandhiji, he invited him there and then only, and he invited him to see India's sorrow and tears and to find a solution for Indian people. Then Indian National Congress also, they keep on approaching Gandhiji. Finally, Gandhiji came back in India on 9th January 1915. It is a very memorable day and it is yearly celebrated or commemorated as the NRI Day of the India. So students, I hope you all had an enjoyable learning throughout the video. Please give us a thumbs up for motivation and do not forget to share this video with your friends for community help. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel for such informative videos and amazing content. Thank you students. Keep learning, keep growing.